Grand Rising. You guys want to go for a drive? I'm heading to work. Yeah, you can't. Yep. Okay. I just had to make sure my name tag from work wasn't showing. I mentioned that a ways back that I did one share and somebody at work saw one of my shares on YouTube, and they reported it to the administrator. They got in a little bit of a tizzy about the fact that I had my name tag on, and I do. I'll own that. I'll own that. There is a social media clause in my employment contract that I won't like name my employer. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. And I understand that. It's cool. Hey, so check this out. All right. I don't know what the I got an email yesterday from YouTube, or a YouTube related source, and hey, grow your channel, grow your YouTube channel, and I don't really care about growing my channel. I believe in quality, not quantity. But the whole gist of it was that you pay them and they increase your subscribers, they increase your views, like the views that are shared, and how many subscribers does this person have, how many views have these videos had, how many shares and likes, and it was tiered. There were tiers of what you could do to increase your levels, and I hope you guys can hear me. I've got the window down. It's quite balmy. Had a hell of a thunderstorm last night. But anyway, that you could make your channel look popular. Unbelievable, man. So you can buy your fame. You can buy fame. You can buy your way into heaven. It's fucking ridiculous, man. It's mind-boggling, dude. I just, like, where is the ethics in that? You can buy, like, because technically from an algorithm standpoint, and that's what all that stuff is algorithms. They compile the information, and this is going to be your target audience, or this is what you're going to see based on your choices, and by increasing your likes, your shares, your subscribers, whatever, it's going to put you into a different arena. Are those real people? No. It's just hitting a button on a computer and increasing your, I was like, what the, whatever. Anyway, I wish I had taken a screenshot of this email. It was like from YouTube. My name is so-and-so from YouTube creators, and this is what we can do to help your channel. We can help you lie. For a price. And it was tiered. There was 3 tiers, I believe. One of them was like $6 that would increase your subscriber level, likes, shares, and it was like a bundle of likes, shares, and subscribes for $6 and some change, $6 American and some change. It was like 100 subscribers, so many likes and shares and whatever, to boost your algorithm, and then there was a medium tier of 150 or whatever, and then the max tier was like 1,000 subscribers and all these shares and whatever. I was just like, this is such bullshit. Such bullshit. I'm slurring. I need a sip of coffee. Unbelievable stuff, though. Different stuff going through. But that was yesterday. Had a little bit of time out in the sun the last couple of days. Yesterday was holy hell brutal. When I first moved to Maine, I heard, there was like this common thing, Maine is the Florida of the North, right? And I was like, what are they talking about? All these locals, all these people who grew up around here. Maine is the Florida of the North, and I was trying to figure out what they meant by that. And I moved to Maine in 1995, so what is that, 25? Almost 30 years, holy shit. Whatever that is, I don't know. 1995. But I've come to find out that the weather in Maine is, I'm in the Northeast, man. We have brutal cold winters, snowy winters, blizzards, this, that, and the other thing. But I don't know if it's like the because of the weather patterns, whatever. But man, we get some hot weather, hot, humid, jungle-like. If not for the winter, we would have friggin' palm trees in Maine. I swear to God, I swear. Like, just brutal hot and sticky, and it's like you walk out your door, just like in Florida. I've got family in Florida, and I've been down there numerous times, especially during the summer, man. Wow, is it hot, Anyway, so that's my take on it, is that they were referring to the weather, that Maine is the Florida of the North. But I got some time outside. I feel nice. Like, I feel like I have a little bit of a glow, and I enjoy the sun, man. I enjoy it. And I enjoy the sun without SPF. And I have some like, what the fuck, what am I, SPF, suntan lotions and stuff like that. I'm very conscious about what I put into my body. And anyway, I enjoy the sun. Just amazing. In the last couple of days, even with the heat, it's nice to break a sweat and just like purge all this. I don't know, man. There's nothing better, I feel like, than spending some time outside, 90, 100 degree weather and humid, and you're sweating. You got buckets coming off you, and I'm a sweater. I sweat. And then go in the house after I'm done doing what I'm doing and take a shower, and the way my body feels, the way my skin feels, like totally rejuvenated. Like people go into a sauna to sweat out toxins, and water, man, purge that stuff, much in the same way, a woman has a menstrual cycle, and on a monthly basis, purging and cleansing, just amazing stuff, But I felt great. Like yesterday, I came in and I was a drippy, sweating mess, and it was just awesome. And 10 minutes later, boom! And they predicted it. They said because of the hazy, hot, humid weather, there'd be some. There was a good chance there was going to be some thunderstorms, and there was. So I went outside, man. I hadn't quite made it into the shower yet, and all of a sudden the skies open up, thunderstorms. It was like nighttime. The clouds were so thick and low. Some people might look at that and go, that looks ominous. I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, party time. So I went out in the yard and I stood out in the torrential downpour, and it's thunder. The thunder was so loud I could feel the reverberation in my chest. It was just amazing. It was amazing. And I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm rambling on my way to work. Um, so this was another thing. This was another thing that popped in. So April 9th, I had to put my dog Jake down. Fucking heartbreaking, man. I'm even feeling it. Like, I feel it in my gut even right now, just verbalizing that. It's heart wrenching. Beautiful animal, just an amazing animal, and we had a connection, psychic connection, and truly, I believe that with all my heart. We were in tune. We were in tune. It's like I could read his mind and he could read mine. It was just amazing. And I feel on some level he's still with me. Now, my last share, I brought up my experience with impotence. And I think where that came from, that push to do that share, was since April 9th, I'm not in a relationship with anybody. I'm not, an intimate physical relationship. But the importance of physical connection, and I don't necessarily mean sex, but the physical connection that I had with Jake. And what a privilege it is as a human being, or a spiritual being in this human vessel, to have the privilege of expressing physical affection. It's an amazing thing. And I've been missing that. It's harsh, man. And I think that's what prompted me to do that share on impotence, because I've been feeling the absence of, having Jake, having to put Jake down. I mean, I was aware that I had, that I expressed physical affection to my dog. Physical affection, holding, petting, cuddling, having him on my chest when I slept, or having him, at my feet and petting him, like petting him with my feet when we slept. Being able to express physical affection, hugging, hand holding, hand on the shoulder, and I was really sensing the absence of that in my life. And I the end part of this is I'm feeling quite a bit better today. And what I did to kind of shift that energy of feel like, instead of, and yes, I experienced the absence and I walked through it and I came to that conclusion. I am an affectionate, physical, tangible, hands-on kind of person. I enjoy being touched. I enjoy a hug, and I enjoy giving hugs, offering hugs, sharing a hug, and the energy that's created within that physical affection. And now there really isn't, well, that's not true. That's not true. Um, a lot of the bands that we've experienced are lifting, and a lot of them are lifting at work. I work in a medical healthcare facility, nursing home, rehab, and within healthy guidelines, being able to share, put my hand on a resident's shoulder, or offer touch, offer comfort through touch. But in my day-to-day life, I have plants in my house, and I have a small garden, and right outside my door, I got grass and the earth and mom, and I had this idea or this conception that my affection was being like that feeling of loving affection was like being wasted. Like I've got all this energy, and what do I do with it? I don't have an outlet for that energy, and I ended up spending quite a bit of time, and even with an inanimate object, my house, I spent several days like tweaking and primping and cleaning and like spring cleaning and um, going out in the yard barefoot, man, barefoot, just like feeling the grass on my feet, getting the stink, not the stink, but the like when you go out and you dig, you dig in the garden with your hands, and you get the dirt on your hands, there that earth smell on your hands. I just I bring my hands up to my face, and it's intoxicating. Um, but there's avenues, when we feel alone or lonely, or that like that particular thing, not having an outlet for this loving energy, this energy of affection. I can express. It's not about the receiver. It's about me being able to express it. But I can express it in vast and infinite ways that I was heretofore unaware of. And I do. I feel a huge shift in my energy. My sleep is not great. Um, I'm passing out. I'm passing out. I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling. But considering the energy that I'm expending, by the time I make it to bed, like there's a factor of exhaustion. Um, anyway, I don't know where this is going. I don't know where this is going. I am definitely feeling better, and having some time out in the sun and in my garden and with my plants and getting that smell of the earth on my hands. Oh man, I'm telling you, there is something so like I don't know, it's something so powerful um, about touch and what we project with that. There was all right. Here's another thing too. Um, Through the course of my study and my gaining better awareness, coming out of my slumber, freeing my mind. There was something that if we look through nature, there's these ideas of like what is the Earth? Is it flat? Is it round? Is it what is this? We have all these images from NASA, whatever, the space program this and the space program from that, and it'll say, if you look deep enough into the disclaimers on a lot of this stuff, it'll tell you right there, especially like with Google Earth and stuff, that these images have been altered. Okay, so you're not, it's like it's like they have to tell you, like, what you're seeing isn't really what it is. We've altered this image, and I find that very interesting. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but there was something that and it goes back to energy, right? As a infinite divine being in a physical meat suit, avatar, whatever you want to call it, but the energy. And if you look through nature, and I'm thinking specifically of an orange, an apple, and in other naturally occurring types of things, it would be referred to as a toroid. A toroid. If you think of the shape of an apple, you have like the center points, and same thing with an orange. You have these center points, and I recall And it's somewhere. If I can find it, I'll repost it on Facebook. But it refers to like the actual measurable energy that one projects from their body, their aura, their energy, and how it is measured and how it, like, digitally, technically, technology wise, translates. And it's an emission of your, and it's a toroid. Think of a donut. Think of a donut, and you're standing in the middle of the donut, and it's like a magnetic field around you, and your aura is the projection of that energy. And coming into some idea or awareness that flat Earth, round Earth, whatever, toroid, toroid, Torroid, toroid, toroidal, and it's like this donut-like shape, but fat. anyway, ramble-tastic, rambles. Um, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. I think I'm gonna have to, like, I there was so much going on in my head when I pressed the button. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna title this one? I think I'm just ramble. Who knows? Uh, wow. Here's another one too. If any of you have, I don't know if in your research or your travels, there's a and what is it? The I am discourses, the I am raw discourses, and the law of one, I am. Um, and the usefulness or the benefit that I've been feeling or sensing engaging in that process. I am. Well, if I, it's like a self affirmation. I'm going right to Saturday Night Live, and I think it was Al Franken. Um, there was a skit on Saturday Night Live. I am this and I am that, self affirmation, and it was quite humorous, but there was some truth in that. I found that the truth through the illusion of humor, and how important that is. I am. Where, the separation, that I think one of the biggest lies we've been taught or programmed is that we are separate from God, or source. I don't even like using that word God. Um, but we're separate from source. That's what we're taught. You need a priest or intermediary to connect. You need Jesus to connect with source. The kingdom is within. It's within. If you believe that the kingdom is outside of you, and I was studying something recently. If you believe that God is in the sky, then the birds shall precede you. If you believe that God is in the ocean, then the fish will precede you. God is here. Source is here. We are not separate and divided from Source. We are part of Source for its own expression. I can't, and I remember when I was a kid, man, a kid and young adult, whatever, man, I had to study the Bible. It wasn't like just going to church and listening to the priest. I was forced, and there was a time and a period in my life where I could quote scripture to you, but it was all egoic. It was bullshit stuff. How good can you quote scripture? And it was awful. It was awful. But now, and I think back on that time. I think back on that time, and now, being where I'm at, having that, being forced into studying like that, it now makes sense because I can see more clearly the deceptions and the way that things really are. And like as far as religion goes, the Ten Commandments, right? I was thinking about that. Do unto others. The Golden Rule, whatever, blah de da de da, right? And there is an aspect where I think all of us can understand the idea of free will. We all have free will, right? And we think of the Ten Commandments, right? So if you have free will, you can make any choice you want. Any choice. I can choose to be a dick if I want. I can choose to live uh, a fearful mindset and feed the beast, or I can live from a more loving, serving mentality. But going to the Ten Commandments, we have free will. I can choose. That's a wonderful, wonderful grace, unmerited gift to have free will, man. And what does it say? What um, Judeo-Christian religions, and I believe many religions, that they all go back to this like do unto others thing, but it's the way that it's written. There's nothing inherently wrong with the Ten Commandments, but it's how it's written. If I have free will, okay, and what is our familiarity with the Ten Commandments? Thou shalt not. Okay? If I have free will, those ideals of the Golden Rule should be intuitively inherent within me. By someone telling me I can or can't, they're imposing their will into my free will. Anyway, my capture is going to end. Just all these noodles. It's like downloads. Like fucking crazy stuff, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It can be very dense and oppressive. Like, when's this shit gonna end? I want to get out of this, but walk through it, and then have a day like today where I feel much lighter and like I can take a breath. Um, Peace that surpasses all understanding. I love you guys very much. Um, Sometimes I'm very communicative, and sometimes I'm a bit more. I isolate and I go into self, but all of you are always with me, truly, truly. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm out. Got to go to work. Later.